All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Remy Tallow, and I use she, her pronouns. I serve as one of your Board of Trustee members, and I'm happy to welcome you all on Zoom and in the sanctuary to our Tahoma Unitarian Universalist congregation. We changed up our board welcomings just a little bit at our meeting this past week. We asked everyone that's up here to share a personal note. And I still wanted to kind of go back to our joys and sorrows kind of theme with that. So my recent joy is that I adopted two 9-week-old kittens and now they're 10 weeks old. And they're crazy. If you look at my legs, they're super scratched up. And I think I finally trained them to use the toy and not me. All right. Unitarian Universalists are a community of people who hold many beliefs, many origins, identities, sexualities, and genders. We uphold and celebrate the inherent dignity of every person, which means you are welcome here just the way you are. And love is the power that holds us together as we gather in community to seek life's deeper meanings and to celebrate the diversity of all living things. We are all growing with and learning from one another. If you're here from the first time, I bid you a special welcome. After the service, I'll probably be in the sound booth area over here if you have any questions. Uh, do, 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 do. Or if you want to become involved in the community or volunteer, just come ask me over there. I also encourage you to explore our website, tahomauu.com. At that website, you can sign up for our weekly e-news that includes information about the important and fun events going on in congregational life and how you can participate. Some of the things we have coming up particularly is a grown-up game night. It's going to be 18 plus. There's not going to be any childcare provided, and it's going to be mostly senior citizens that are going to be there. But that's for Saturday, May 31st, 6 through 9 p.m. They've asked that you bring a potluck and to come through the kitchen. And if you have any questions, just ask Fran McLaughlin. We also had a past congregant, Diana Harney. Her wife, Susan Dye, has entered hospice for stage 4 cancer, and they were very active congregants when they lived here. They also were married in this building 11 years ago. They now reside in North Carolina, and if you would like to contact them, they asked if you reached out to Chris George through the service called Caring Bridge. David had some things he wanted to announce.
Well, good morning, everybody. So I'm David Pettit, and one of the things that I do for TUUC is organize the annual church camping trip. I will fully admit I've been a little delinquent this year in arranging a location for that. We're working on it right now. The place that we've used the last couple of years is not available this year. So we're looking at state parks. I'm looking for something that's going to be about an hour and a half away because we've got people, work till 5 on Friday and still want to make the camping trip. So the bottom line is what we're probably going to end up doing is getting 4 or 5 campsites, individual campsites that are, relatively close together so that we can gather. We'll double up tents on individual sites and that sort of jazz. So if anybody is interested, please see me after we get done with the service today. I'll be hanging around for 20 minutes or a half an hour or so. Chat with me, let me know whether you're interested in coming along. The weekend for that will be, I believe it's the 4th weekend of August. It's the weekend before Labor Day. So August 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And that's it. Thank you.
You're also invited to join us for our social hour immediately following the service right over here. We're gonna, if you're new to the community and you want someone to come up to you, get one of the red mugs. If you don't want anyone to come up to you or just want to have like a normal conversation with people, just get the white mugs. Let's see. If you or someone you know would benefit from large print hymnals or hearing assistant devices, they're available in the back of the sanctuary. As we begin our service in this beautiful place called Tahoma by local indigenous tribes and nations, I acknowledge that we meet today on the land of the Coast Salish people, including the Puyallup tribal nation, land from which they were forcibly displaced. I honor the resiliency of the indigenous people, and I stand with them as they continue to fight for their culture, land, water, visibility, sovereignty, and their very existence. Lastly, please set your electronic devices to worship mode. Let us exhale deeply and settle ourselves into this holy moment of sharing and receiving. Now let us join together in worship.
Good morning. I'm Chrissy Kim, your celebrant today, and I use she, her pronouns. As you can see, we have a special guest speaker today, Mark. I forgot to ask how to pronounce your last name. Levy? Levy? Levy. Mark Levy. My apologies. Um, so this is not one of our traditional services, although whatever a traditional service is in a UU congregation, who can say, this is going to be a musical sing-along. So we're singing through our resistance today. And our opening words are from the hymnal, The Task of the Religious Community, and these are by Mark Morrison Reed. The central task of the religious community is to unveil the bonds that bind each to all. There is a connectedness, a relationship discovered amid the particulars of our own lives and the lives of others. Once felt, it inspires us to act for justice. It is the church that assures us that we are not struggling for justice on our own, but as members of a larger community. The religious community is essential, for alone our vision is too narrow to see all that must be seen, and our strength is too limited to do all that must be done. Together, our vision widens and our strength is renewed. And now for the chalice lighting, our song leader today, who has a very limited role since we have a singer, Sheila Wybrow, is going to light our chalice. All right, and please join me with our chalice lighting words on the screen behind me. We light this chalice in deep respect for the mystery and holiness of life, in honor and gratitude for those who have gone before, with love and compassion for those who dwell among us, and with hope and faith for the generations to come. And now we come to our first sing-along.
So a lot of times I just take a song that already existed and change the words. This was an old labor song. Some of you may know, "We Shall Not Be Moved." It was used during the Civil Rights Movement as well. And I think I wrote some appropriate words for what's going on in the country today. The words should be behind me. I have them in front of me, so I will remember them. But you can sing along because it's the same tune as "We Shall Not Be Moved." So we start with "We Shall Not Be Ruled." We shall not be ruled. We shall not be ruled, just like a people standing united. We will not be fooled. We will not be fooled. We will not be fooled, just like a smart people standing united. We will not be fooled. We will not go back. We will not go back. We will not go back, just like a free people standing united. We will not go back. We're holding on to freedom. Holding on to freedom. We shall not be ruled. Holding on to freedom. We shall not be ruled, just like the framers of our Constitution. We will not be ruled. Protecting our democracy. Protecting our democracy. We shall not be ruled. Protecting our democracy, we shall not be ruled, just like the generations before us. We shall not be ruled. Trump is not the boss of us. We shall not be ruled. Trump is not the boss of us. We shall not be ruled, just like a free people standing united. We shall not be, all of us together, all of us together, we shall not be ruled. All of us together, we shall not be ruled, just like a proud people standing together. We shall not be ruled, just like a proud people standing together. We shall not be ruled.
All right, it is now time for all ages. I'd like to invite those young and young at heart to join me up at the front. Good morning, y'all. Am I on? Not yet? The green light is on. Test, 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 test. Can y'all hear me? Oh, maybe I just have to eat it. There you go. Good morning. It's good to see you all here. I'm so excited to be here with you. I haven't done Time for All Ages in a while. So today we're doing a special sing-along version of our service. And so I brought one of my favorite sing-along books. Have you all heard of Raffi? He's a famous singer. He sings lots of kids' songs, and he did this series of books about his songs. So I brought the book to share with you, and there's going to be a video of Raffi actually singing the song, because he sings much better than I do. I know, that's funny, huh? Thanks for your vote of confidence. So this one is called One Light, One Sun. And if we could, here we go. That was our time for all ages today. And if we could form an arch to sing the children out.
La da da da, we hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go. To nurture the spark of your precious life, we hold you in our love as you go. We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go. To nurture the spark of your precious life, we hold you in our love as you go.
Yeah, there's always something, right? Okay. So usually our chaplain online introduces our offertory, but for some reason we're not able to hear her. So I will introduce it. This is the time in our service where we give of our blessings to the congregation so that we can sustain the work that we do here that supports us all and our community at large. Could the ushers please come forward to share? And then, yes, so now you can play the,
I thought this would be an appropriate song for the offertory. You might have heard this story a couple months ago, that, or a couple years ago actually now, that the Choctaw Nation in the 1840s, after they were moved to Oklahoma, took up a collection for the famine victims in Ireland. How many people heard about this? Okay, good. This is, and you know, they didn't have a whole lot of money or a whole much of anything after having been marched during the Trail of Tears. And okay, I'm going to let the song say most of it, but what did happen is that money was sent to County Cork, and more recently during our pandemic, the Southwest tribes, especially the Navajo and the Hopi, were hit really hard by COVID. So not just County Cork, but all of Ireland chipped in and sent $1 million down to the Navajo and Hopi nations to help them through the pandemic. I figured that got a song, and this is called Miles of Humanity. There's a beautiful sculpture that was put up in County Cork, near the city of Cork. And on it, it says, "Their humanity bids us remember the millions throughout the world who die of hunger and disease in a world of plenty." So I took that as my refrain. In the early 1830s, the Choctaw and the Cherokee were marched to Oklahoma from their home in the Mississippi. 20,000 Choctaw, many died along the trail, forced to trek 500 miles in terrible travail. The Trail of Tears had ended, 16 years had passed. Across the sea, the Irish famine's deathly shadow cast. The Choctaw felt the suffering 4,000 miles away, and they took up a collection to send from America. Their humanity bids us remember the millions throughout the world who die of hunger and disease in a world of plenty. The money went to County Cork, so hard hit by the plague. $1,170 would be $5,000 today. It was 1847, but the Irish never forgot that the Choctaws sought to lend a hand when they themselves had not. Their humanity bids us remember the millions throughout the world who die of hunger and disease in a world of plenty. Then came coronavirus, and it hit the Navajo. The Irish heard their desperate pleas like theirs so long ago, recalling how the Choctaw had helped their starving kin. The Irish raised over 500,000 and they sent the money in. Their humanity bids us remember the millions throughout the world who die of hunger and disease in a world of plenty. The bond between these nations is now forever sealed. Kindred spirits show us all how the world can be healed. We are all of one race, all with the same needs. Bless the heart that gives and bless the hand that feeds. Their humanity bids us remember the millions throughout the world who die of hunger and disease. In a world of plenty, their humanity bids us remember the millions throughout the world who die of hunger and disease. In a world of plenty, thank you. Guru Malagut, Yakoki, thank you. Guru Malagut, Yakoki, thank you, Guru Malagut, Yakoki, thank you, Guru Malagut, Yakoki,
All right, if you will join me for the dedication of the offering, the words are behind me. We dedicate ourselves and our offerings to the work of this congregation, weaving a tapestry of love we call community, both within and beyond these walls. And with that, I will turn things back over to Mark for the rest of our sing-along service.
So I try to keep up with what's going on in the world and especially in our country these days. And been writing songs like a stuck pig. Lately, I've been just putting like 1 or 2 lines on Facebook that rhyme and then writing a comment. You finish it, I'm done. You know. But this is a song I wrote in 1986, and it's an issue that's still very much with us. You know, as a topical songwriter, some of the things that I write go out of date, you know, maybe about 75% go out of date. And then the other 25% I wish would go out of date so I wouldn't have to sing them anymore. This is one of those. And I think the chorus to this one's going to be up there. Homeless Shuffle. Oh, okay, good. Now I sympathize with the homeless when I see them on the evening news. Somewhere there must be a place where they can park their weary shoes. Maybe a camp in the country or a building on the edge of town. But that shelter there across the street is only gonna get me down. Here's the chorus. Everybody should have a home. Everybody must be fed. Everyone has a right to a roof and below it a nice warm bed. We applaud your noble efforts at guarding their collective healths, and will gladly give you funds and food long as you can put them somewhere else. You see, I don't want to have to lock my door to be inside safe and sound. This neighborhood will go to pot with the likes of them around. It's no fun out there in the cold. Yes, I know just how they feel. But I just can't bear to see a hungry face when I'm eating a nice warm meal. Everybody should have a home. Everybody should have, everybody must be fed. Everybody must be fed. Everyone has a right to a roof. Everyone has a right, and below it a nice warm bed. And below it a nice warm, we applaud your noble efforts. We applaud your noble, at guarding their collective health. At guarding their collective health, and we'll gladly give you funds and food. And we'll gladly give you funds and food, long as you can put them somewhere else. I thought I'd line it out ahead on the chorus, you know. Now I've got a friend who owns a store about a half a block away. Every year she donates goods and money to United Way. But she thinks it's bad for business to have the homeless walking by. She says, why not send them south for the winter so they can stay warm and dry? Everybody should have a home. Everybody should, everybody must be fed. Everybody must be right to a roof. Everyone has a right to a roof, and below it a nice warm. We applaud your noble efforts. We applaud your noble efforts at guarding their collective health. At guarding their collective, and we'll gladly give you funds and food. And we'll gladly give you funds and food, long as you can put them somewhere else. Yodelay, 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 that was for comic relief. Please understand our position. It's not the way it looks. We want them housed, but out of sight. There are zoning laws on the books. As long as we can clear our conscience and preserve our civic pride, we'll give our consent, even pay the rent on a place where they can hide. Oh, everybody should have a home. Everybody must be fed. Everyone has a right to a roof. Everyone has a right to a roof, and below it a nice warm. We applaud your noble efforts. We applaud your noble efforts at guarding their collective health. We'll gladly give you funds and food. And we'll gladly give you funds and food, long as you can put them. Yes, we'll gladly give you funds and food, long as you can put them somewhere else. That was satire, of course. I don't believe anything I said. That's the thing. Sometimes if you're too not who you are, people take it at face value and clap in the wrong places and that kind of thing. And then I have to stop and explain it to them. But this is a UU group. You're all pretty hip, I'm sure. I've been playing for UU congregation since the 1980s. And it's just, it's great, especially 10 o'clock on a Sunday. You know, I'm generally not getting a gig. So, okay, so this, let's see, where are we now? Okay, yeah, here's a song. This is something that happened. I also wrote this in the 1980s, 1987. And it's about a young man who was at a junior college in Sacramento, and he was part of the Aryan Student Union. And his name probably still is Greg Withrow. So I found out that after all of these, you know, they were hurting people. They were beating up black people and doing anti-Semitic stuff, and Chinese, you know, Asians and Hispanics were all the targets of this group. Well, this one guy, Withrow, he fell in love for the first time with a woman. Actually, her parents were Holocaust survivors, and she was Jewish, so this really had a big effect on him. And when he began to fall in love with her, it opened him up to more love for other people and stopped doing what he was doing. So I figured that got a song, and so it's called I Felt Love. Well, I used to preach white power and that freedom could be won by teaching kids to hate blacks and Jews and how to fire a gun. It was Aryan Revolution and a race war to the death. If it hadn't been for Sylvia, I'd never caught my breath. But now I felt love and will never return. There's the chorus. Love's a long, hard road, but it's not too late to learn. I used to stand for violence, now I know the score. And I don't want to fight for hate no more. You don't like my key, you can sing in any key, I don't care. You know. We'll just pretend it's jazz. Okay. It was from a very early age that I was taught to hate the mixing of the races and the power of the state. I grew to be a leader in white supremacy. But now the Nazis and the Klan are not the way for me, because I felt love and will never return. Love's a long, hard road, but it's not too late to learn. I used to stand for violence, but now I know the score, and I don't want to fight for hate no more. Now the love of a woman is a very healing thing. Well, it made this angry man to laugh and his empty heart to sing. I began to feel for others what I felt for her so strong. It made me see that preaching hate and hurting folks was wrong. So now I felt love and will never return. Love's a long, hard road, but it's not too late to learn. I used to stand for violence, now I know the score, and I don't want to fight for hate no more. Yes, my days of hate are over, I never will go back. I can no longer hurt someone because his skin is black. It's gonna be a long, hard road, but I have changed my ways to do the same for you, and hope will shed its rays. When you feel love, you will never return. Love's a long, hard road, but it's not too late to learn. You'll no more stand for violence once you know the score, and you won't fight for hate no more. Yes, I felt love will never return. Love's a long, hard road, but it's not too late to learn. I used to stand for violence, now I know the score. And I don't want to fight for hate no more. No, I'm not gonna fight for hate no more. Yes, we're not gonna fight for hate no more. He was... At last I heard he was trying to sell the movie rights to make a film of it. I don't know what became of that. It's been years. So now, there's another song that, well, I actually wrote it just a few years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago. And it's called Sound the Bell. Let me get something to drink here. Okay, well, your water's good, Nakoma. Climate change is not just coming, it's upon us, and it has been for several years now. And unfortunately, we're not getting the responses that would be appropriate, as I'm sure all of you are aware, from our government. I know in Florence, I live in Florence, Oregon, and the council is very divided, shall we say. We've been trying to get some people to be more sympathetic and have a climate plan, and unfortunately, they're not going for it. But I wrote this song kind of to wake up whoever hears it, and it's called Sound the Bell. It has a chorus. And actually, it's a call repeat. So when I sing Sound the Bell, you sing Sound the Bell back. And when I sing Give a Yell, you sing Give a Yell back. And that's kind of how it goes. So. From the Arctic to the Amazon, the planet's plan is changing. Our part in this is crystal clear, our weather rearranging. Will we watch and wait with this disaster in the making? It's up to us to sound the bell, so all of us are waking. Sound the bell, sound the bell. Ring the alarm from sea to sea and ring it well. Give a yell, give a yell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. The earth is heating up and our carbon is to blame. We all must do our part or it will never be the same. Cut back on those emissions and prepare to stem the tide. If not, we'll be accomplices to global suicide. Sound the bell, sound the bell. Ring the alarm from sea to sea and ring it well. Give a yell, give a yell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. How many fires, how many superstorms, how many drought years must become the norm? How many floods, how many icebergs gone? How long will Earth sustain the ground we walk upon? Sound the bell, sound the bell. Ring the alarm from sea to sea and ring it well. Give a yell, give a yell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. We see our carbon footprints tread the lands of our birth. The polluted heavens raining down a deadly hell on earth. Will you hide in your bunkers where your money is no good? What will your kids inherit 'cause you won't do what you should? Sound the bell, sound the bell. Ring the alarm from sea to sea and ring it well. Give a yell, give a yell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. How many tornadoes? How many hurricanes? How many heat-related deaths? How many flooding plains? Half the world is in a drought, the other half is flooded. Will you step up to the plate or are you that cold-blooded? Sound the bell, sound the bell. Ring the alarm from sea to sea and ring it well. Give a yell, give a yell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. From the Arctic to the Amazon, the planet's plan is changing. Our part in this is crystal clear, our weather rearranging. Will we watch and wait with this disaster in the making? It's up to us to sound the bell, so all of us are waking. Sound the bell, sound the bell. Ring the alarm from sea to sea and ring it well. Give a yell, give a yell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. Sound the bell, sound the bell. Ring the alarm from sea to sea and ring it well. Give a yell, give a yell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. Tell everyone you know to sound the bell. Tell everyone you know, sound the bell. Oh, yeah, no. For tuning, you mean, or for sound the bell? Tuning. There probably is, but I'm a 19th century guy. So somebody asked me at the festival, basically I'm in the area for the Northwest Folklife Festival. Maybe some of you have been there. It's this weekend. And my Celtic band played for a contra for 500 people dancing last night. It was pretty exciting. There was so many, I was getting dizzy watching them, I have to tell you. It's in Seattle, at the Seattle Center. Yeah, I'm going back there too later. It goes through tomorrow, through Monday. I'm not sure I'm going to stay that long, but anyway, that put me in the area here. Oh, I know what I was saying. Yeah, the sound check, and somebody asked, well, do you have a DI? You know, that's plug in there. And I said, no, but I've had a DUI. So that started off that set. I played that song pretty hard on the guitar, so. Yeah, I bring a 12-string with me. I just got used to it. I've been playing a 12-string guitar since I was in college. I had to tune it so much I almost flunked out. This is called Every Sperm Does Not Deserve a Name. Again, this is an issue that is in the news. And there is a chorus, and I hope you do sing it with me, and we'll give it a shot. Here's how the chorus goes now. Every sperm does not deserve a name. No, every sperm does not deserve a name. If so, each man would found a nation every time he came. So every sperm does not deserve a name. This is why I was glad that we removed the kids from the room. Not only that, but I put it out on a CD, and I was told by some radio stations we can't play this before 10 o'clock. To which my response was, have you heard rap music lately? No. So here we go. I've heard preachers preach about the duties of a wife. I've heard husbands talk about the same. They say a woman must respect the zygote's right to life. But every sperm does not deserve a name. Here comes that chorus now. Every sperm does not deserve a name. No, every sperm does not deserve a name. Present company accepted, of course. If so, each man would found a nation every time he came. Though every sperm does not deserve a name. Well, you're still a little weak on that third line, but it will pick up, I guarantee it. Some say women don't deserve to have the right to choose, that if they get with child, they are to blame. But it takes two to do the deed, so why should women lose? and every sperm does not deserve a name. Sing it out now. Every sperm does not deserve a name. No, Lordy Mama. Every sperm does not deserve a name. If so, each man would found a nation every time he came. So every sperm does not deserve a name. Down through the ages, things have changed since Adam dated Eve. Since that first couple tried to hide their shame. But 3/4 of the women in this country still agree that every sperm does not deserve a name. Have another go at it. Every sperm does not deserve a name. Every sperm does not deserve a name. If so, each man found a nation every time he came. So every sperm does not deserve a name. My mom hated this song. But she's not around anymore, so wherever she is, it was needed. Okay. Now there are those who would defend the right of every sperm that makes it to an egg and stakes its claim to manifest gestation till that fetus comes to term. But every sperm does not deserve a name. Here's the last verse now. How could it be a man can't seem to get it through his head that women's bodies aren't some kind of game? And if it was the other way and he gave birth, he'd say what? Every sperm does not deserve a name. One last time now with gusto. Every sperm does not deserve a name. No, Lordy Mama. Every sperm does not deserve a name. If so, each man would found a nation every time he came. So every sperm does not deserve a, just as Venus or Minerva. Every sperm does not deserve a name. Yeah. By the way, some of these songs I brought some CDs with me in case for whatever reason you wanted to hear them again, if you didn't believe it the first time. And you can listen to them in the privacy of your own home and invite friends over and maybe some enemies. Get them to sing on it. This is a song that I wrote on November 11th of 2016, which was just a few days after the first election debacle. And it's called Keep the Faith. And this is also a call repeat. So when I sing Keep the Faith, you sing Keep the Faith back. Is it up there? Okay, good. All right. Keep the faith. You don't lose heart. Don't lose heart. Stand up straight. Do your part. Do your part. Stand together. Stand together. Hold the line. Dark will pass. The sun will shine. So you repeat all of those lines just in the chorus, though, because if we do it through the whole song, then you're just repeating everything I say, and it's, unnecessary. So here's how it goes. We'll do the chorus first. Keep the faith. Don't lose heart. Stand up straight and do your part. Stand together. Hold the line. The dark will pass. The sun will shine. I can see the storm a-comin'. I can hear the voices rise. Wheels are turning, engines humming. The road ahead before our eyes. Keep the faith, keep the faith. Don't lose heart. Stand up straight and do your part. Stand together, hold the line. the dark will pass, the sun will shine. We are one for peace and justice. We are one for human rights. We are one in the name of freedom, and we will keep aflame those lights. Keep the faith, don't lose heart. Stand up straight and do your part. Stand together, hold the line. The dark will pass, the sun will shine. Speak your truth and speak your mind. Leave your doubts far behind. Be the person you can be, and we'll all stand in unity. Keep the faith, don't lose heart. Stand up straight and do your part. Stand together, hold the line. The dark will pass, the sun will shine. One more time, really punch it out now. Keep the faith, don't lose heart. Stand up straight and do your part. Stand together, hold the line. The dark will pass, the sun will shine. Stand together, hold the line. The dark will pass, the sun will shine. The dark will pass, the sun will shine. The dark will pass, the sun will shine. All right. Well, that's all I got right now, but like I said, I have a lot more of them. If you want to, avail yourself of a CD, I really don't need to carry them home, so help me out.
All right, let's give one more round of applause for Mark. That was fabulous. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have to switch it up in services every now and then, right? And do something totally different. Good. We'll invite you. Our closing words today are from Edmund Everett Hale. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. All right, and then Sheila, would you extinguish our flame after we say our words? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. One way or another. Thank you. And then if you will rise in body or spirit as you're able and join us in the closing blessing song.
From you